me what's the difference between living and dreaming. Reading the book of life, I'm just trying to find meaning. While I'm leaning on the dock of the bay like Otis Redding. They lose their brain just for a buzz. Seat up ahead and then we headed straight for end times and Armageddon. All the wrongs I done, I'm just hoping that I get into heaven. Let me chill, just expanding my thoughts. Everything comes with a price, I'm just cutting the cost. I don't wanna take a loss. Us gamers be competitive. My song's mellow, heard a fellow called it a sedative. It's cool, I'm fighting for these souls on the line like shoes on the power lines. I can build a shrine from these gems that I'm dropping. A clumsy jeweler, I like a lucky Sonic. You ain't met nobody cooler. Just my beliefs. I ain't trying to shove the Lord at you, but in this crazy world, it gives me something to look forward to. You know, since a youngin', I was always told that heaven promised to be streets of gold. Streets of, it's in my soul, yo. I always know that I'll be walking on the streets of gold. Streets of, since a youngin', I was always told that heaven promised to be streets of gold. Streets of, it's in my soul, yo. I always know that I'll be walking on the streets of gold. Streets of gold. No way it's gold plated. I know you thinking that my views must be so jaded, but think about a paradise with no stress and no death, no depressed Facebook status is so blessed. So yes, I guess I'm living in a fantasy. No better place for me and my family. It's so cool, but for now, let a man dream he can be a king. Cause growing up, we didn't have things to hope for. Asking, haven't I found love yet? Hands on textbooks is such a touchy subject, and we ain't seeing eye to eye like Powerline. Life's a goofy movie. We laugh while the hours flying. As time passed like a bid, became a man from kid, thought of heaven. Now I'm trying to fix the things that I did in the past, cause your legacy will last long. In this pyramid scheme, unaware the capstone. Since a youngin', I was always told that heaven promised to be streets of gold. Streets of, it's in my soul, yo. I always know that I'll be walking on the streets of gold. Streets of, since a youngin', I was always told that heaven promised to be streets of gold. Streets of, it's in my soul, yo. I always know that I'll be walking on the streets of gold. Streets of gold. Referred to the book of life when I need advice. Heard you only live once, but I could've died twice. Ain't that nice? I don't believe the propaganda. Since I'm positive, I open myself up to the slander. Take a gander in my mind. Stars made of emerald, walking on clouds, wings off of principle, basically invincible. Racism diminished, no killing each other. Our police, youth replenished by the spiritual waters. Waking up invigorated, free to live as one, cause we now liberated from the ties that bind. We newly designed, finding forever common sense that I knew we could find. Flying over the mind's limitations, we need renovations. A part of me meant for this generation. Cause who gon' be the voice of reason through the seasons? I say the government deceiving, they call it treason. Since a youngin', I was always told that heaven promised to be streets of gold. Streets of, it's in my soul, yo. I always know that I'll be walking on the streets of gold. Streets of, since a youngin', I was always told that heaven promised to be streets of gold. Streets of, it's in my soul, yo. I always know that I'll be walking on the streets of gold.